I own a small cleaning business and usually do my advertising on Craigslist because it's free. I list my cell phone number, my first name, and email address. It also shows what town I'm located in and lists the surrounding areas I'm willing to travel to. One day, the phone rang. The caller ID listed a number I didn't recognize, but it was a local number, probably a customer. I answered it the way I always do. "Hello, this is Karen." At first, I didn't hear anything, but after a few seconds, a man speaks. Yeah. Do you clean houses?" he asked. "Yes, I do," I said. Then he asked, "Do you work alone or do you bring someone with you?" I thought this was an odd question to ask and started getting the creeps. The fact was, I usually did work alone, and sometimes I worried about meeting new customers off Craigslist. I wasn't stupid and always left the address where I was going to be with my mom. I have heard so many scary stories about meeting with people off Craigslist and made sure I was prepared for anything when going out in jobs, including carrying a pocket knife. I lied and told him that I usually work with 2 other girls. He told me he just had a small 1-bedroom house and just asked if one girl could come over. He said his dog got nervous around a lot of people. I was definitely getting the willies from this guy. I asked him if I could call him back. I said I was pretty busy this week and I'd have to look at my calendar. I just wanted to get this guy off the phone. I would not be cleaning his house, that was for sure. I didn't want to end up stuffed in some guy's refrigerator. "It won't take long," he said. "Yeah, I just don't think I have the time, but I'll get back to you. Thanks, bye." I hung up the phone before he could say another word. A few seconds later, the phone rang again. It was the same guy, and I pressed the ignore button. But a few more seconds later, he called again. And again. And again. I was really scared now and finally decided to block his number from my phone. The next morning, when I was checking my email, I opened one with the subject, "House Cleaning." I was stunned when I read it. The email simply said, "You shouldn't have hung up on me." There were 2 files attached, and when I opened them, my heart froze. One was a front view picture of my house, probably taken on the sidewalk, at night. A second one of me in my backyard, gardening during daylight hours. I have never been more frightened in my whole life. I told my boyfriend about it, and he said just to ignore it. It was probably some jerk with nothing else to do, he said. But who would take the time to do something like this? That week, I received 3 more emails, each one with photos attached to me, mostly of me outside mowing or walking my dogs. In the last picture I received, my head was cut off. I finally had enough and went to the police. They tried to trace the phone number he had called from, but came up with nothing because it was a prepaid track phone. The emails, however, were tracked, and they were sent from the house right across the street from mine. I had only seen the couple that lived there a few times since they moved in 3 months ago. They were a young Hispanic couple who barely spoke any English. To make things even scarier, after a look at their computer, it was determined that when the emails were sent to me, the couple had been at work. Both of them worked second shift, and this was confirmed with their supervisors. The land at the back of their property is mostly wooded, and it is suspected that whoever was stalking me came through the woods, broke into their house, and sent me those emails. No fingerprints were ever found, and there was no forced entry. Probably picked the lock, the police said. The couple got a security system, and I myself got one as well. I was on high alert for months afterwards, but haven't heard from the guy since. I hope I never do again. I don't know how he knew where I lived, or why he did those things, but I'm glad it's over. I just hope he's not out there somewhere, watching me.